In the last episode, we got ourselves a bit of auto crafting going, which is so nice, and it's very fast, by the way. And we also, I believe, happened to set up, I don't exactly remember though, we were setting up something. Oh right, the cobbleworks, that's right. So in today's episode, my plan is to get into extreme reactors, or better known as bigger reactors now, and that is so that way we can get tons, and I mean tons, of power. And I think the very first thing that I'm gonna have to go ahead and do though is get some more deep slate, okay? And we're gonna have to, you know, break that down into crushed deep slate and then do a little bit more sifting, so that way we can go ahead and get the uranium that we need, because I believe I can just immediately jump to the uranium seeds. That way we can go ahead and not faff about with any of that extra stuff. Now that we've got uranium, we can go ahead and take this uranium and make the seeds for it. It does look like uranium seeds is a tier 4 seed, so I'm gonna go ahead and need some of that. I believe tertium, no, tertium is not tier 2, it is the imperium that we need here. So let's go ahead and make 4 imperium like so, and then we should grab ourselves some prosperity and then make ourselves some prosperity seeds. I'm just gonna make a stack of prosperity seeds because we're probably gonna be doing a lot of mystical agriculture through the rest of the series. So yeah, there is our prosperity seed. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is place down 4 uranium like so, put the prosperity seed in the middle with the 4 imperium, and boom, we should get the uranium seeds. Beautiful. There is our uranium seed. Go ahead and place that bad boy down like so, and then we just kind of wait for it to grow, and we should have ourselves some uranium essence. This is indeed full. That is not ideal. Let's go make some of those diamond upgrades so that way it's not full anymore. Now that we've got the uranium seeds planted, I should be able to say, hey, let's grab your uranium essence like so, and we should be able to craft the uranium ingot right from the essence. Wow, it's 8-2. That is not ideal, but sure, we'll deal with it because that's how we're gonna deal with it. And then so bigger reactors, right? We're gonna need reactor casings. We're gonna need the computer redstone port, probably not, the power tap, the control rods, the fuel rods, the power tap, and then obviously the whatchamacallit controller, and then we should be pretty much good to go. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and program how to make every single one of these items in the bigger reactor mod, so that way we can just auto craft what we need and be able to just, you know, massively and quickly, you know, place down a bunch of reactors if needed. So turns out we need graphite ingots, which is a smelt of coal or charcoal, but because we can, I'm gonna go ahead and make it with seeds, which means I need, oh, it's only a tier 3. That's actually not even that bad, honestly. I need a little bit more of the tier 3. You know, I was gonna, you know what, I was gonna say let's make a bunch of it, but let's not do that. Let's do something like that, and then again just quickly grabbing ourselves some coal and then tossing it in here should get us what we need, the graphite ingots, and then we only need 4 of those bad boys to go ahead and get ourselves the seed. So it turns out that yeah, you can't craft the graphite seeds, unfortunately, which is wow. Okay, fair enough. So I guess we are gonna have to do the whole, you know, smelting up the coal, which actually isn't bad because we can technically still make coal seeds. In between episodes, I planned out a reactor for us to go ahead and build, which is quite neat. So we're gonna go ahead and use a really cool mod from Direwolf called Building Gadgets to go ahead and bring that to fruition, which is very simple and easy. We are going to need a little bit of paper, which luckily that isn't too hard to craft. Bam, bam, and boom. And then we should be good to go. We just need the template manager like so. And then we just need a copy and paste gadget, which is not bad at all. And then the beginning of the end is here. So let's go ahead and place down our template manager like so. Go ahead and put our building gadget like so. And then we're going to need a little bit of paper. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is paste in the string for said reactor in this guy right here. So we're gonna go ahead and hit paste, save, and load just like that. And now our reactor should be in this little gadget right here. If I go ahead and go and paste this, you can kind of see how large this reactor is. And I believe I made it a 13 by 13 by 13, which is very much neat and cool. But also do note that I can go ahead and open this bad boy like so, and go ahead and pick up a materials list for everything that we're gonna go ahead and need to make. So we're gonna need 321 reactor casings, and I believe all I have to go ahead and do then is go ahead and come over here and say, hey, I want 321 reactor casings. casings, go ahead and start that craft. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and need a chest here. Let's go ahead and grab a chest and place that down like so. Actually, you know what? No, we can probably use this netherite barrel. If I shift right click on this netherite barrel, I should link my gadget up to that. And then if I go ahead and take my reactor casings, which by the way, we have 324 of them, and throw them in here, I should in theory be able to press G and open my menu and see that we have 321. I thought that would work. Maybe that doesn't work with copy paste gadget, but regardless, what I'm going to go ahead and do is quickly make the rest of these things so we can go ahead and build our reactor. While we're waiting for this, because guess freaking what? We need 671 of these and we need 1,375 more essence. Oh boy, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a second platform for the uranium seeds, and I'm going to do a complete 9x9 full of uranium crops for the actual reactors. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these guys, the fertility pads, on top, so that way I can put the growth accelerators on the bottom, and hopefully that's going to make them like instant grow. I've made 60 of the supremium growth accelerators because I just want to see if this makes it any more faster, and it doesn't seem like it's making it that much faster, to be fair. I'm not sure if maybe you have to, I don't think this has to be touching it, so maybe if I actually just, you know, put this down again, maybe it actually might just work. I actually don't know. It says it has a range of 60, so this actually might indeed still work even though it's not touching the, oh boy, that does look like it's going a little bit faster. I'm just saying. So I did quite a bit of expanding. Yeah, we've got a pretty big base. And just like that, I believe we should have everything we need for our reactor, I want to say. So if I go ahead and do something like this, put a lot of my tools and stuff away, I should be able to grab everything from this chest, hopefully, and build our reactor using our copy paste gadget. So if I come over here and I guess can we rotate this bad boy? There should be a rotate button. Beautiful. And then I guess what I do is I just press the anchor button, and then we go ahead and break everything that is in the way for our whatchamacallit thing here of our reactor. And then I should be able to just say, hey, right click, and it should be good to build. I'm gonna say yeah. So let's go ahead and right click it, and that should start to go ahead and build this massive reactor, which is insane. Look at all the items coming out of our inventory just like that. Boom, there is our newly acquired reactor. How sick is that, dude? That's actually really freaking sick. I am very happy with that. Now here's the question though. We're gonna have to go ahead and build something to go ahead and keep up with how much, you know, uranium that we're gonna need for this bad boy, because she's hungry. She is a very hungry girl, that's for sure. So now that we have that, I should be able to say, hey, let's go and build a nice thing. You know what I could also do too, I believe, is make a crafting upgrade, right? A crafting upgrade from refined storage. I should be able to make my crafting upgrade, right? Like so. And then I should be able to say, hey, let me grab a exporter like so. And then I'm gonna have to go ahead and run some cables over there. So give me one moment. I should be able to take the exporter, which I didn't grab, smart, and I should be able to put the crafting upgrade inside of the exporter with some uranium. So let me grab some uranium, like 10 or something, and then I should in theory be able to go ahead and put this on here like so. And then I should be able to say, hey, put the crafting upgrade with a stack upgrade and 2 speed upgrades, go ahead and export this uranium like so, and it should automatically craft the uranium essence that's in the system into uranium, and then into the reactor it goes. Okay, so now I should be able to get this to work. I'm hoping that it does. I had to switch out the exporter for a interface with the same upgrades, just that it is now a interface instead of a exporter. So I'm hoping that this indeed works, but I don't really have my hopes up, but we'll see as time goes on here. It does look like it's working, which has me, you know, got my hopes up here. Now I'm curious. Let me make a quick and dirty flux plug and we'll be right back. I didn't even have to make one. I already had one. Beautiful. So if I go ahead and put this on the generators network like so, and then go ahead and pop this on like so, let's see how much we're going to use for the fluid here. Wow. We're actually using a lot of fuel. You know, we might not even be able to keep up with this, but that's a lot of power, by the way. That is a lot of power that we don't really need right now. So we're just going to pop that off real fast because, yeah, we don't want to be wasting any of our fuel. For my next trick, I kind of want to get into wireless refined storage. Now, it doesn't look too crazy, actually. If I go ahead and, you know, autocraft this, hopefully we can go ahead and do that. We are going to need, I believe, some range upgrades. Now, this pack, I believe, also has the, I believe, infinite boys, but we can't quite do that just yet. And the reason why we can't just do that yet is because we don't have nether stars kind of available to us, right? I believe that that mod is indeed in the pack. So if I go ahead and type in infinite range, it isn't in the pack. Interesting. That is very interesting that that's not in the pack. I know that it's in the all the mods mod pack. No, wait, no, it is in here. Infinity range booster is in here and it needs a nether star. You know what? I am completely dumb. I totally forgot that we do have access to nether stars, so we can totally go ahead and make this if we so choose to. All I have to go ahead and do is come over here to this little building over here and pop myself inside of here and build myself a little bit of a wither, and then it should instantly die, hopefully, and then get us our nether star, which then gives us the infinite booster, which is going to be so nice. And just like that, we should be ready to go ahead and make our infinite boosters card once we go ahead and teach the system how to make Eyes of Ender, because I totally forgot to do that. We also probably should eventually set up a system to go ahead and make the sifting of whatchamacallit, endstone. Then we can get those basically for free. But yeah, we should go ahead and make the infinity booster card. Now do note that this will eat a lot of your power, so be aware. And I guess to set this up, all we have to go really do is put the wireless transmitter down like so, and then I believe the wireless crafting grid requires you to go ahead and shift click onto the controller like so. And we are currently using 1121 R for tick, and that is before we've even put down the infinity booster card, which is probably gonna make us regret life. How much power is this using right now? 5121 R for tick, which is basically all of our gas burning generator, almost. Like, it's probably like a good like 15% or something of our gas burning generator, which is insane. But now we have literally access to our refined storage anywhere in the world or any dimension even. I believe this is interdimensional as well. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and get the conduit. And to get the conduit, we're gonna need nautilus shells and the heart of the sea, which means I'm gonna need either some squid essence, some diamond essence, some prismarine essence, and then I'm gonna need some fish essence as well. Fish essence I can get from fish seeds, which I believe we can get from fish, which means I need a soul extractor with any sort of fish. You know what? That reminds me. Let's go ahead and make the fisher from the industrial foregoing, because that's the best fisher in the entire game, and I think that's definitely going to allow us to go ahead and easily kind of get things going here. Okay, so to go ahead and set up your marine fisher, what you're going to have to go ahead and do is grab yourself some stone brick or any sort of building block and a few buckets of water, of course, and then we're going to go ahead and set up a nice little area for this to go ahead and work in. So I just need a few buckets of water here, and then we should be good to go. All we got to do is set up a nice little area. Typically a 3x3 will do just fine. Go ahead and do is put the marine fisher right in the middle like like so, and then get yourself some water like so, and then you should be pretty much good to go once you go ahead and get this set up. And then you just give it a little bit of power on the top, and then that should be ready to go ahead and start fishing for you and getting you all your fish and stuff that you need for whatever you might need. Okay, so for the next part of this, we're gonna go ahead and need the soul jars. The soul jars are gonna be made, I believe, using, I don't know exactly. So yeah, the empty soul jars are going to be using the soulium ingots with some soul glass. Soul glass is made by surrounding normal glass with soul dust. Easy enough. Okay, fair. And then what we're going to go do is we're going to have to fill a few of these soul jars with the souls of whichever thing we need. So for example, fish would be raw cod, puffer fish, raw salmon, all that kind of stuff. For squid, it's just going to be ink sacs, I believe. Soul dust is a bit hard to get, so it's a bit confusing. Soul dust needs to be smelted from smooth soul stone, which needs to be smelted from soul stone, which needs to be smelted from soul cobblestone, which you can't get. However, you can get soul stone from the igneous extruder. Yes, the igneous extruder with soulium block, lava, and water right next to each other like this. And then the soulium block again is just the soulium dust, which you can get from sieving soul sand. Now to get the fish soul into the jars, what you're gonna go ahead and need is a extractor from mystical agriculture, and then obviously your preferred item, right? So we're gonna go ahead and grab the extractor really fast, just like so. Then what we're able to do is go ahead and put that down, put the jar, and it looks like we do need a little bit of power, which is not a problem at all. We can go ahead and definitely make another flux point like so. Give it a little bit of power, give it the juice that it wants here, and then we're gonna have to go ahead and feed it some fish, right? And then once we feed it some fish, it should go ahead and start to go ahead and put the, you know, souls inside the jar. And it does look like we need quite a bit of fish for that. So hopefully we don't need too many. Okay, so I should, in theory, be able to come over here, put my soulium seed down in the middle like so, and then go ahead and put down my 4 soul jars of the fish here. And I should be able to go ahead and get my very first fish seed like so. And then I just need to go ahead and do the same thing with the squid seeds. That way we can go ahead and get ourselves the squid seed, and then that is going to allow us to go ahead and get the other things that we need for the heart of the sea and the nautilus shells. We are missing one more seed though. We are going to need the whatchamacallit, prismarine seed, which I did forget to go ahead and get the things for, but I should be able to get that relatively fast. With those seeds acquired, I think I'm pretty much good to go and craft the conduit as long as we have enough of the resources here. I'm hoping I can make this because that's going to allow us to go ahead and do some really cool things with our spawners. So if I can go ahead and make 4 of those, that would be lovely. Yeah, we're just waiting on some more essence, and then we should be able to make that, which is going to allow us to, I believe, put that on the spawner, which is going to ignore the players, which is super good, which means I don't have to be standing right here for the spawners to work, which means we can get even more lily pads of fertility. Feels good, man. And we should be able to make our very first set of conduits. Beautiful. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go ahead and set these up. So bam, bam, and bam. Hopefully the factory ready challenge. What does that even mean? Disable the need for nearby players for a spawner. Beautiful. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to wrap up today's episode of All the Mods 9 to the Sky. With that being said, if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please do me a huge favor, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, ding dong that notification bell, become part of the Hunter tribe. As always, guys, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna leave you till next time, where we're gonna be posting more gaming videos. Bye bye.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out.